What is up, everybody? It's your boy Blizzy coming through with another Blizzy mobile video on this cold Thursday night. It is 37 degrees out right now. It's pretty cold here in New England. I just wanted to share that little bit with you guys, and once again give a huge shout out and thank you to everybody that's been subscribing over the last month to 2 months. Really working on some different backdrops and some different areas to shoot some videos for you guys, and I'm moving some stuff around in my house to accommodate these situations. Hopefully you like a little bit of different views and different tabletop views, and let me know about that in the comments. What I wanted to talk about today is some ongoing events here with Apple and Android, Samsung, all of them basically. Um, I wanted to share a lot of the new things that are going on with iOS and Apple. A lot of different stuff going on here on the screen. As you can see, this is my lock screen, and we got some different widgets going on there, and yeah, it's pretty neat. Also, I have that little smiley face guy there in the dynamic island, if you can peep that. I'm sorry about the glare there. I'm working on some different lighting. Yeah. I think it's also to do with this iPhone's screen is really bright, so you can see that in the dynamic island. But yeah, so that is my personal lock screen with all my widgets and everything on there. And if you want to get in any of these apps, I'll show you here. This is my file that I have on my phone for my custom apps for iOS, and you can go ahead and pause it. This is the first page of, I have Facer for my watches, all my batteries, great app for um, your watch faces and different customizing there with automation and stuff like that. Top widgets, another really good app for doing widgets on your home screen. They were one of the first ones that I tried when I switched over to iOS. Then you have Widget Smith. That's a pretty good one too. A lot more different widgets on your home screen and different stuff like that. Widgie, that's another pretty good one. And if you're into the dynamic island with live activities, try Carrot with a C, Carrot. You can see there it's the little one on the bottom. Carrot is a great one for weather, and I'll show you that here in just a second. There's my Carrot is the weather app that I use on my home screens here. Great automation, and I like using those. And remember, I throw the shortcuts into my customs app because there's so much stuff you can do there, and I'm still learning about a lot of that. So if you stick in there with me, you'll learn a lot more too. Then we have Lock Launch. Lock Launch with the live activities. This is where all of those icons are, and if you go into Lock Launch, you save these into your favorites, and they'll be on your lock screen for you to use. Then you tick on that, and it'll bring you into the dynamic island and enable that right there. And once you enable that, you can play around with the different settings and put different stuff on there. And once you're done with it, you also see that smiley face will slide over into different places. And if you have more than one activity running, he'll slide over into the black area there in the dynamic island. And then another awesome map. I'm going to do a screenshot of this in another video, but I wanted you guys to check this one out, is Night Sky. It's the purple app there, Night Sky. Man, this is absolutely awesome. if you could see the different planets, those are all the different planets behind me. Let's see. It's really night sky. This is quite amazing, man. Whenever last night, and every once in a while, I don't know about you, but I'll jump on my phone and get into the app store, and I start looking at apps, and sometimes I'll download 3 or 4 and look at them and see if they're useful based off of a description of the app. And that's how I came across this one. It's called Boring Island, and if you can see here, this is where that emoji at the top is. We have a sleepy cat, a current second, which counts the seconds down in a minute from 59 to 0. There's a little glasses emoji. There's a cat, a sleepy cat. So you got some different options, and when you back out of that, it shoots up to your dynamic island, and you're able to keep that there all day long for the most part, and it runs in the background. It's pretty cool. And those are the basic apps that I use to dress up my iPhone 14 Pro Max. And this is basically how my home screen is situated, and how I have my widgets and my smart activities, or smart widgets, or whatever you want to call them, with whatever version of these operating systems that you're using. And getting to that, I'm shooting this video off of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. And once again, this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max and its beautifulness. This is a great quality device. And I'm going to make another video about the quality differences when it comes to these devices. And it's not very far off, but you might ask, so you got the Z Fold 3. You might know I have the Z Flip 3. I have the S22 Ultra. Do I want to try a different brand, or why haven't I traded the Z Fold 3? You know, sometimes things just work and you don't feel the need to upgrade. The Z Fold 4 is a wonderful phone, and I like it too. And don't get me wrong, I might later on in life add it to my system that I use with doing my content and reviews. I might implement that one day, but right now at this time, the Z Fold 3 really does a good job for shooting a lot of my videos, and most of them you see, especially if the iPhone is in the scene, the Z Fold 3 is doing the legwork and really holds up to it pretty well. And with these new updates and Android 13 getting ready to come to this device here real soon, hold on, Z Fold 3 owners, it's coming. But it is coming, so hold on. We got some different things coming, and I hope you guys are enjoying the videos and taking this information and these apps and having some fun with it. Like I said, every once in a while I'll download a handful of apps, and if I find some good ones in those bunches, I like to share them, especially when we have so many options now with iOS to fancy it up and do different widgets. There's a lot of different widgets out there and different third-party apps, and some of them are free, and a lot of them want you to get locked into a free trial for 7 days, and then they're going to charge you sometimes $5 and sometimes $45 for, just depends on the developer. So you have to be mindful of that. If you want to try stuff, try it. If you don't like it, end the subscription. Don't let yourself get charged. But also, I'm on T-Mobile. What service are you using? I hear that currently, if you wanted to go buy a iPhone 13 Pro or Pro Max, um, the price for a 512 and a 1 terabyte is the same, and I really, from what I gather, it's $950 for a 1 terabyte or 512 iPhone 13. I've seen it for myself, or I might not believe it either, but that's a great deal. I don't know if you want to shoot down to a 13 or a 13 Pro Max, that is, or one of those phones, but that might fit your lifestyle and your price point. If getting a bigger gig device is a huge thing for you, I am personally, I just shuffle a lot of content and a lot of videos, and I do my editing, and I move through them pretty good, and I save what I need to as far as my life and memories and stuff like that. I make sure that I move my files accordingly and try to stay on top of that usually. But sometimes you get a lot of space used, and you might be a heavy user when it comes to that, and not so organized. So whatever fits your lifestyle, I feel you. But we're gonna end the video on this. If you get the Pixel 7 Pro, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, Pro, whatever, 14 Ultra, 14 Super, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max, whatever it is that you get, the S22 Ultra, the Z Fold 3, the Z Fold 4, the Flip 3, 4, whatever it is that you get, what we have to remember is these are just devices and tools. And just because I have this and I have that and whatever, it doesn't, not me personally, I'm not trying to flex, but I work hard. I put in my 50 hours a week, 40 hours a week some weeks, and I'm a hardworking man, and I like electronics and phones, and that's how I afford it. But you subscribing to this channel will help me to be able to put out more videos like this to help with more information for you in the future. Because I'll tell you like it is. You buy any one of these devices, any of those devices that I named, those are great devices, and if I haven't owned them, I've had my hands on them and have played with them for some kind of substantial amount of time, and I wouldn't want somebody to go buy something that I wouldn't like. So it's going to be hard for me if I ever was to do sponsorships and stuff. To sell something that doesn't work is a really hard thing for me to push, because I have to believe in something to want it to exist and to be pushed further. If I was to market it and stand behind it, quality control and customer service is top flight to me. So if you're lacking in that, I could say this: in the future, don't try to reach out to me to do reviews for you if you do not have a good product. If it's something I could stand behind, we're good with it. It's fine. But you guys hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you feel about these devices. Which one are you using? What service are you using? Have you caught a good deal recently? Is Apple having a good deal on their website? T-Mobile, Verizon, all of those. AT&T, what are y'all doing? Hit your boy up. And remember, whatever camera you're using, just use it correctly and it'll work for you. Doesn't matter if it's an Apple or Samsung. You guys know this. It's not apples and oranges. It's Apple and Androids, but we're all doing it the same. You guys have a great one. Peace.